Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. It is Monday, January 3rd today, and we will be doing our dark moon practice working together for the new moon in Capricorn. A reminder that the phrase dark moon refers to an astronomical and astrological occurrence that happens each month when the moon and the sun are very close to one another. This is why we get a new moon, and the dark moon phase in particular refers to the moon being in very close proximity to the sun on either side of it prior to or just after the exact moment of the new moon, which was yesterday on Sunday. So, quick review of Capricorn, since that's the energy we'll be working with tonight. Capricorn is one of our earth signs in the zodiac. In particular, it's a cardinal earth sign. And astrologically, when we speak of cardinal signs, what we refer to is generally the beginning of a new movement or a transition. The four cardinal signs, the sun moves into those signs on the solstices, which we just had the winter solstice, and the equinoxes. So with Capricorn, the winter solstice is also known as midwinter. It's the period in the cycle when the daylight in the northern hemisphere is at its shortest. So we have the fewest hours and minutes of daylight in this time of year, and our exact solstice has been a couple of weeks ago now, so the sunlight is beginning to wax again. We're getting a little bit more daylight each day, but we're still very much in the midst of Capricorn season and Capricorn time, and we will be for a couple more weeks until the sun moves into Aquarius later this month. Our meditation tonight, I will talk about Capricorn and what it signifies, specifically the animal that it is represented by, which is a mythical beast that is the front half of a goat and the back half of a fish. And this is a creature, a being that can be agile and nimble both in the water and on land. And it speaks to the perseverance, the dedication, the relentless effort that the sign of Capricorn signifies astrologically. And so we'll be looking at some of those qualities as well in our guided meditation tonight. And I feel that it's worth mentioning that currently in the sky, we have the sun, Venus, Pluto, and until just a couple hours ago, the moon was also in Capricorn. So large concentration of Capricorn energy happening in the cosmos now. So I'm going to put on some background accompaniment for us. And while I get that ready, I'll invite you all to start by closing your eyes and taking some nice deep breaths. Letting your inhale fully expand the rib cage out in all directions, not just to the front, but also to the sides, to the back of the body. With your inhale, inviting a sense of calm, present, and relaxed intention. For this next period of time while we're together, the focus is you. As you inhale and exhale, let the cares of your day release. Let those nagging worries, obligations, those things that bring you stress, fall away with your breath, inviting the entirety of your presence into your body, into this time and this place that we share with one another. With each generous, healing, and purifying inhale, imagine a soothing and calm, soft golden light entering into your body and emanating out from your solar plexus, out across your ribs, up to your heart and your throat, and also downward. Let that soft golden light extend down into the bowl of the pelvis, to the belly, to the most soft and tender places of the body. Allow the inhale to brighten that soft golden light as it radiates and emanates out into all the spaces of the body, especially those spaces that hold worry, that hold tension, that hold stress, and that holds grief. Inviting the nourishing, healing, and infinite celestial warmth of the universe come into your being, inviting gentleness, softness, love, and grace to the entirety of your being. Tonight we will journey to another time and to another place. You may feel a sense that some part of your being has temporarily detached or disconnected itself from your corporeal self, so that it may wander, float, fly, and dance in the astral realms. And so let us now bring our candle flame to light. Setting the intention of this flame and this light being our hermit's lantern, our beacon of safety, our symbol of home and of hearth, which will guide us and shepherd us home when it is time. Put that intention into the flame before you. Take a moment to gaze at this beautiful, beautiful bit of flame before you. Blue at its very base where it burns the hottest. All the shades of red, orange, and yellow. The way it flickers and dances. Take a moment to imprint the image of your flame into your mind's eye, that it will guide us home when it is time. And now, softening the gaze and letting your eyes softly and slowly close once more. Coming back to your breath, your physical being. The intention of dedicating this time and this space entirely to you, to the journey we will experience together, to your own wellness and healing, and to whatever discoveries may unfold as we journey together on this night. As you continue your nice, deep, nourishing, and healing breaths, start to feel the surface upon which you are sitting or laying begin to dissolve away. Envision in your mind's eye the floor, the walls, and the ceiling of the room in which you find yourself beginning to become transparent and fade and dissolve away. Whether seated, standing, or lying down, imagine now your physical self standing upon the earth, bare of foot, forest floor beneath your feet. Feel the cool, moist, rich earth beneath your feet. Feel the night air as it surrounds you. The temperature in this time outside of time, this place outside of place, is comfortable. A gentle breeze blows. And as you open your mind's eye to this place that we find ourselves, you gaze overhead and see thousands of stars twinkling in the sky above. So many stars are visible on this night while the moon is dark. Turn slowly in a clockwise direction and notice that you are standing in a great grove of ancient trees. These trees have stood here for centuries. The vastness of their roots the mightiness of their trunks, and the majesty of their branches, reaching up, up, up towards the heavens. Notice if the trees in your sacred grove contain leaf or needle or are bare of branch in this winter season. Let us walk now to the easternmost edge of this grove of trees. Facing the east, extending heart, arms, and spirit out, inviting, invoking, and welcoming the spirits of the east, realm of the rising sun, welcome spirits of east, creatures, familiars, gods, goddesses, and archangels of this realm. We invite and ask you to please be present, to protect and bless us and the work we will do in this sacred space tonight. Bring the torch in the east to flame. And with this action, know that a protective watchtower of the east has been invoked and will stand guard for the remainder of our working tonight. Walk with me now, 1/4 of the circle in a clockwise direction until we face the direction of south. Extending heart, spirit, arms, greet, welcome, and invite the spirits, protectors, guardians, familiars, gods, goddesses, and archangels of the south to be present, to bless us, to witness us in this journey we will take together tonight. Bringing this southernmost torch to flame, we activate the watchtower of the south, the protector, the guardian of this quadrant of our circle. We honor you, we thank you, O spirits of south. We thank you for being here, for protecting and guiding us on the work we will do on this night. Come now, walk with me 1/4 of the circle to the west. Let us open our arms, our hearts, and our spirits to the familiars, guides, guardians, gods, goddesses, archangels, and ancestors of the Western realm, the realm of water. Let us bring the westernmost torch to flame. And in doing so, the guardians and protectors of the West have blessed us with their presence, their protection, their compassion and love as we journey together on this night. Walk with me now 1/4 of the circle until we reach the northernmost point of this majestic grove of trees. Let us open our hearts, our souls, and our arms to welcome, invoke the spirits, guardians, familiars, elementals, gods, goddesses, and archangels of the north. This is the realm of the element of earth. This is the point on the wheel of the year that represents the winter solstice, where night is its longest. The air grows cold. Let us bring this northernmost torch to flame. And in doing so, we will invoke the guardians, the watchtowers, the protective spirits of this realm of the north. Walk with me now, once more, half the circle until we reach the south in a clockwise direction. Passing by the east, seeing the flame burn brightly there. And again, reaching the south, where the torch burns steadily. From the south, we will return back to the center of our circle. Standing now, feet upon the earth. Breeze in our hair. Thousands of stars twinkling overhead on this moonless night. Breathe in the cool white light of the celestial sphere overhead. And as you exhale, envision a sphere of beautiful silvery white light surrounding and encompassing the entirety of our circle. Inhale and exhale, create the sphere. It extends down into the earth and up into the sky. Within this container, we will journey, we will experience the divine, the ancestors, and the wisdom that they have to bestow upon us on this night. The guardians of the watchtower torches burn brightly in the 4 directions. Your sphere of silvery white starlight contains and surrounds you in all directions, above, below, and on all sides. Here in this time, in this place, you are safe. This sphere of protection, the radiance, the 4 directions, and the guardians in each will come with us wherever we may journey and wander tonight. Let us take up a torch now from the center of the circle and walk in the direction of the north. Walking to the torch that burns there, and then seeing a path which lies just beyond it. Torch in hand, let us walk this path together. The path begins flat and then begins to quickly ascend. Up, up, up we go together. Path curls and curves as a spiral pattern, working its way up this steep but small hill we climb together. The path is treacherous at times with fallen branches, jagged rocks, slippery surfaces, thorned branches. Yet with the guidance of your torch and the determination in your heart, you ascend ever onward, up, up, up the spiraling path. The strength of your dedication, the purpose, the drive which burn brightly in your heart, propelling you ever forward despite the challenges. The path before us is interrupted by a wide and great rushing river. Let us pause at the bank of the river for a moment. As we begin to step into these rushing waters, we discover that where once were our feet and our legs, we now have an agile tail, fins propelling us strongly and adeptly across the river. Torch held high above the water as we swim. We reach the other side at last, and as we begin to emerge onto the shore, we discover that we have legs once again. It's not much further now to the top. The path has grown increasingly steep, jagged at times, surrounded with brambles. It becomes increasingly difficult to see. Your torch flame guides you. Up, up, up to the top. At last, the spiral grows smaller and smaller until we find ourselves standing atop a small platform peak of the hill we have just climbed. Torch held in our hand. The night wind is fiercer here. There's a coolness in the air. Stand here and look out over the world. See all that you can see. You can see very far from up here. Even the starlight feels closer from this vantage point. Gaze out. Notice what you see. Do you see a churning ocean? Do you see valleys and mountains? Do you see grassy meadows and plains? Open your mind's eye to the landscape that unfolds before you. It is uniquely yours. What you are seeing is for you and you alone. Breathe in the beauty, the intensity of this place. Reflect upon the trials, the arduous process of making it to this point. As we stand here atop this hill, we're closer to the cosmos. We're closer to the heavens. Yet we remain rooted and bound to the material reality of the world. This is the magic of Capricorn. The goatfish who uses its agility, its adaptability, its perseverance, and its strength and fortitude to reach the highest heights. In this season of the longest night of the year, we all have access to this magic. In this time and this place, we can feel complete and whole, even in our aloneness, knowing that there is no other soul for many, many miles. And find a sense of completeness here atop this hill. In the ancient world, it was believed that plants that grew on the highest hills and mountaintops could better absorb the celestial and planetary energy of the sky above it. Look around you now at the peak of this hill upon which you stand. Look between the crevices of rocks, the rocky soil around you. See one little precious and tenacious plant growing here in this place of solitude, here in this place where it is the hottest in the summer and the coldest in the winter. Bend down and look at this little plant. Touch it. Open your heart and your spirit to it. Notice what it looks like. let us take our hands surrounding this precious little plant growing here in this place, in this time. Let us gently cup this little plant with our hands and send into it our own dreams, desires, and passion, the things that we care about the most in our lives, that which we are most driven to pursue. Send that vision, that clarity into this tiny little plant. And notice now that beneath your hands, it has begun to grow with the strength, clarity of your vision, with your dedication to what it represents, to the trials and challenges that you know you must face in pursuit of what this represents. This lonely little plant has begun to thrive. Its stems and branches grow beneath your hands. New growth and leaves sprout. It extends outward and upward. And at last it offers one single bloom to the night sky. Step back and admire the beauty of what you have helped create on this night. Holding the intention of what it represents. Fix that in your mind's eye. And know that just as this tenacious little plant can thrive and grow in this dark place, in this place so far from all the other plants, so too can you thrive and persevere and climb to ever higher heights, guided by the torch flame of your own dedication, drive, passion, and belief in yourself. Stand now and gaze out again over the landscape before you. In the darkness begins to glow 1,000 tiny golden lights. The landscape before you glitters and sparkles with these little lights. These lights represent your ancestors, those who came before you. They represent your friends, your community, your family, chosen and blood, and those teachers, friends, and loves you have yet to meet. There are so many. Cannot possibly begin to count them. But know that even here, on this remote hilltop, in this place where it is possible to feel utterly alone at times, as if your struggles, your perseverance, and your challenges are yours to be weathered alone. They are not. The light of love, of soul, and of spirit sparkles in the distance for you. You are never alone. Open your heart to the glittering gold light which sparkles and shines up at you atop this hill. Receive it into your being. Know that you are worthy. You are deserving. You are special. And you are very, very loved. Take a moment to acknowledge your plant, perhaps gently touching the petals of its flower, its leaves or needles. Thank it for what it has shown you on this night, and wish it well as it continues its never-ending journey of perseverance, of fortitude. Close your mind's eye, standing here atop the hilltop, taking a moment to let all of the images and messages and wisdom you have received on this night, let those settle into your memory, into your heart. Remember the joy and the awe you felt when the plant began to grow and blossom beneath your hands. Remember the radiance, the love, the gifts of the ancestors, of community, of family, of loves and friends from before and beyond this lifetime. Hold those in your heart as you stand atop the hill, feeling the night wind blow past your skin, feeling the earth solid beneath your feet. As you stand with your eyes closed, notice that the soil beneath your feet begins to slowly shift and change and feel different. Notice that was once a strong, cold wind has gently and slowly subsided and is now a tender breeze. As you open your mind's eye once more, we are now back at the center of our ancient grove of trees. Having completed our arduous journey together across a river, up a small mountain to discover what waited for us there, we're back now. 4 torchlights burning in the 4 directions. Beautiful sacred sphere of silvery white light surrounding and encompassing us. Let us take a moment to acknowledge and thank the guardians, guides, spirits, familiars, ancestors, gods, goddesses, and archangels who joined us with their presence tonight. Let us thank them for their wisdom, for their protection, for the love and the blessings that they so generously bestow upon us every day of our lives. Take a moment and acknowledge each of the 4 directions in turn, beginning with east. Imagining each torch flame extinguishing as you release and acknowledge the guardian spirits of that realm. First the east, and then the south, the west, and finally the north. Bringing your attention back to your breath. Inhaling the healing, the wisdom, the joy, and the transformation you experience tonight. Exhaling any doubt, worries, or stories of unworthiness that may be lingering. Know that what you experienced and witnessed on this night is yours and yours alone, and you may draw from it freely anytime you need it. Standing now in the center of your sacred grove of trees, allow your mind's eye to close and soften. Begin to reflect and remember the candle flame burning at your home. With each breath, inviting your awareness back into your physical body. This sacred vessel contains spirit and thought, emotions, wants, desires, health. With the breath, come back into that awareness and that presence. Imagine again the beautiful candle flame, blue at the base, shades of red, yellow, and orange traveling up the flame. The way it softly flickers and dances. This tiny drop of sunlight. And now we will count down from 5 to 1. When we get to 1, we will softly open our eyes and come back into our bodies. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow your eyes to softly open, coming back into your body. You might choose to wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit, rub your hands together, invite your spirit back into its corporeal home. I thank you all so much for accompanying me on this journey tonight up the mountain of Capricorn to see what we might discover there. In the zodiac, the sign Cancer, which is the water sign of summer, is the opposite sign, and the Cancer polarity reminds us that no matter how brittle and hard and determined we might think we need or want to be, there's always a need for softness, for generosity, for heart connection, and for healing. I hope that you felt that tonight as we journeyed together. And I look forward to journeying with you all again next month. Thank you again for coming, and stop the recording.